Sri Venkateshwaraa College of Engineering and Technology. Admissions open for B.Tech and MBA 2025.
Mad Rabbit, India's finest audio wearable brand, starting at 999.
Noise and Grinds, Sasta Production presents Rock on Harris live in concert Coimbatore. Book your tickets on District app or scan the QR code below.
In my head, I'm also rewinding to where I was and the things which happened in my life where I lost in a competition. Don't do music anymore because music is not your cup of cake. And then I understand the value of how rejection can be turned into something which is positivity. So I'm not the person who sees the moon. I actually go and get the moon. I don't think art should be cooked too much. Art needs to be cooked instinctively and presented. Fresh. That's what I feel.
Why Tamil? You could have chosen any other language.
To be very honest, I'm very inspired by Ilaiyaraaja sir's music. Very inspired. I've sung many songs. I've collaborated in singing with Shreya Ghoshal, Arijit Singh, Sunidhi Chauhan. So we've done collaborations together. Then introducing a lot of new talent. You have to move on. Yeah. It's like a relationship. You move on. Yeah, that's exactly what you do. You kind of, but pour the same or more kind of love in the next one.
I would like to start this conversation with a little rewind
Okay.
to 1997, where it all began. Saregama contestant you were, and you got eliminated and
Yes.
all that drama happened.
Yes.
But if given a chance, 1997 to 2025, if you had to relive all these years, what would the feeling in your heart be like?
When you said rewind, then in my head I'm also rewinding to where I was and the things which happened in my life where I lost in a competition. Then I went to a record label where the A&R manager of the record label said that, why didn't you join your father's business? Just like, don't do music anymore because music is not your cup of cake. So all these things, and then waiting outside a production company's office for almost 8 hours, and them taking the tape of what I had created, and then they actually recorded with someone else with the same tune.
Oh.
So all those things are, you know what I'm saying? It's amazing. It's been such a ride of, and then I understand the value of how rejection can be turned into something which is positivity. So I turned rejection into positivity. I turned rejection into a space where I decided that I am going to now prove them wrong. Not by hurting them or not by doing something wrong, but through the power of my music. So when I kind of relive those moments right now, I feel that if they wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have had this kind of drive right now. Thanks to all those things. Thanks for the loss. Thanks for insulting me. Thanks for calling me not a musician, but, a person who's just like spending father's money and doing stuff. So a lot of things have been said, but if they were not said, then I wouldn't have kind of reached the place I've reached right now.
Beautiful.
So I love that. I love all that little hurdles, those issues, those problems, those running around, those train rides, those auto rides, those taxi rides, all of that. Like today, when there's a fancy car which comes to pick me up, and then they put me up in a presidential suite, and that's all because of the kind of music which has happened, right? So all the kind of work which has gone behind it. And I always considered myself a student, and I still consider myself a student, because all I want to do is learn. And I want to shut a lot of mouth who think that, I can't do it, I couldn't do it. So now and then, I want to just keep on proving them wrong and wrong and wrong through my strength.
And you've been successfully doing it.
I truly feel that there's nothing called failure. It's always that maybe you haven't tried a little more than you should have. I always feel that one should really push the envelope. To really, really go for it. Like, you be a go-getter. Like, so I'm not the person who sees the moon. I actually go and get the moon. So I'm one of those kind of people.
I also remember you doing this conversation very recently where you said that when I left that stage of Saregama, I promised myself that I would return to this very stage,
As a
not
judge.
as a contestant, but as a judge.
Yeah.
Where did all that motivation when you were so young come from?
I don't know. I felt, obviously at that age, anyone's going to feel terrible when you are. But I felt quite victorious at that point because a student of a very big master who was at 95 and I had just started learning music and I was at 90. So I thought I gave him a good kind of a good competition. That was a very good competition. But I was like, I don't want to come back here again as a contestant. Now I'm going to come back as a judge. So I just got off stage and I was like, see you again soon. You'll be coming to me as a judge. That happened.
Wow.
Ho gaya.
Kamal ki baat hai.
Ho
Ho
gaya.
gaya.
Ho gaya.
Sahi hai. Obviously, we're talking to the Shekar. How can we not talk about the Vishal Shekar duo? 650 songs, more than 65 films, banger music, so many live shows around the world. What is the relationship like of the recording studio, of the screen between the both of you?
So I think what happens is both of us are from two different schools of music. But along the way, I learned from his school, he learned from my school. And along the way, I think we found that energy and exactly a very powerful collaboration. Vishal and Shekar, they're actually a band. We are actually a band of two people. Two band members who do many things, right? But somehow in a band context, we kind of do the music you guys have heard so far. Individually, we kind of do a lot of different stuff. So I have a school, I have an independent record label called Garud Music. I do a lot of other stuff, right? And both of us, when we come into a room to work on a project, that somehow we have that band energy going strong for each other so that we can create something magical.
So talking about your indie, newest independent, Paya Paya. Yeah. What a song, I must say.
Thank you.
We loved how you used the Nadaswaram to make it a lot more, just a classic in its own way.
Yeah.
And Aradhna, what a talent. You've introduced her from your school. Tell me how this all started.
When I started Garud Music, especially, I decided that apart from my independent songs, which I do, and a few collaborations with some established singers who are very close friends, I was like, one song in a year, I'm going to kind of introduce a new talent.
Wow.
So last year from the Abu Dhabi campus of Shekar Ravjiani School of Music, I introduced Zaleen. And now from the Singapore campus, it's Aradhna. So every year I want to do that. And then, so the whole team together, we were figuring out which voice to work with. And then, I heard Aradhna's voice on Zoom. And I was like, okay, maybe might want to do a collaboration with her. There were others also who were very good. I thought, let's try. Yeah. So I had a concert in Singapore. Okay. And I went there 2 days prior to the concert. And I booked a recording studio. So I went there and decided that I'm going to make a song. I didn't have the song, but I thought I'll make a song.
Yeah.
And then we called in a Nadaswaram player, and Karthik Netha, the lyricist, was in touch with me over the phone. Okay. And just song happened in 2 days. So that was the energy of it. And I love things happening quick.
Right.
I like first energy to be the final energy.
Okay.
I
Interesting.
like whatever instinctively comes to you should be the result. That's the way I see it.
All the songs.
I don't think art should be cooked too much.
Right.
Art needs to be cooked instinctively and presented
Fresh.
fresh. That's what I feel. But the more you kind of cook stuff, then it gets overcooked. Then you don't enjoy the taste of it.
Correct.
So I think music also is like that. You kind of instinctively, when you kind of like something, you feel something great about, just put it out.
Lovely. And Paya Paya is everywhere now.
Oh, yeah, it's doing really
Everywhere.
well. People are loving it. People are streaming it. Spotify, Apple Music, they're loving it. Amazon, especially YouTube. So the video you see right now
Yes.
is the 2 days we spent together in the studio.
Right. Why Tamil? You could have chosen any other language.
To be very honest, I'm very inspired by Ilaiyaraaja sir's music. Very inspired. And Pancham Das music, R.D. Burman's music. So in my head, it was a ode to them, a fondness for Raja sir and his melodies. So melodically, Paya Paya, I wanted it to be a very strong, it's turned out to be a very strong melody with modern grooves, which I kind of I believe in. My songs have a lot of these powerhouse grooves, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I wanted to have that kind of a groove with a nadaswaram, with like an instrument which I last recorded during Chennai Express, here in Chennai. So Titli, there was a song called Titli in that. So I used the nadaswaram in that. So straight after that, I used it now. And the player was from Singapore.
Right. I was coming to that player when you told me that you all of a sudden called an Adaswaram player. Was he from Chennai?
From Singapore.
From Singapore.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I called the team. I said, look, I need a nadaswaram player. Please organize it as soon as possible. In 1 hour, one gentleman came. He was so good. And instinctively, in 2 days, this entire song was completely done.
But we're loving it. And we love your moves in the song, by the way. Wherein you're wearing the white kurta, the white veshti. You look dapper.
So Noel and Kia are these two phenomenal dancers who teach in my studio. I have a dance studio in Bombay. So they are very known, very loved and respected. So decided to do a reel with them. Not a music video, but a reel with them. And they said, sir, you need to wear a veshti with like sneakers and look like really cool. And so they wanted me to do steps. And I said, look, I can't do any steps. He said, we'll teach you simple ones. I did the simple ones. And that reel got so much of traction.
Yes.
A lot of love for it. So yeah, I'm enjoying every single journey of Garud music. It's just amazing.
And I think Garud music only recently launched because
2 years back.
2 years back.
Yeah.
Because last year I saw one of your conversations in which you were like, every single year I'm going to be releasing something or the other on Garud music, and it's live now. So congratulations.
28 songs till now.
Really?
In 2 years.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
28 songs.
Go on YouTube, type Garud music, and you'll first song is called Love. From there onwards till now, till Paya Paya, you'll hear all the 28 songs.
Done. And new talents?
No. So there are me doing my independent. So I have composed all the songs. I've sung many songs. I've collaborated in singing with Shreya Ghoshal, Arijit Singh, Sunidhi Chauhan. So we've done collaborations together. Then introducing a lot of new talent. Then introducing these two girls from the campuses, Abu Dhabi and Singapore. So great stuff is happening on that.
Shekharji, we love your party numbers. We love your heartbreak songs. We love all the genres that you've created. But I personally, as a music lover, as someone who sings a bit, or understands music a bit, can say that all your love numbers, all your love songs have a very unique charm. And all of these songs stay in your hearts forever and ever. You know what I mean? Tell me, how do you sort of understand the pulse of the audience that keeps on changing constantly?
Audience, I don't think the pulse of the audience changes. I think audience always reacts to honest music. Audience has a way of connecting with something which is simple, straight from the heart and honest. And every single song, like whether it's Ajabsi of Om Shanti Om or Main Agar Kahun or, you know, Zain Nasib or Bin Tere or any of these songs, right? These are all simple songs. Yeah. So I think the audience connects very strongly with the emotion of a simple song. With words and melodies which are really very simple and heartfelt. So I think the reason you love so many of our love songs is because there's something which just came and stirred your heart. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So it's just like, as a creator first, it has to move me when I'm writing a song. Like I should be like, what just happened? So as I always say, as a creator, you need to enjoy the process more and feel the song more, because when you put it out there in the universe, everyone will feel exactly the way you are feeling. Yeah. And that happens almost 100%.
And when you approach these songs, is it the tune or the rhythm or the brief that the director gives you or the emotion that you actually start playing with at the start while composing a song?
Right. All of it, actually.
All of it.
All of it. So it's basically a director's vision, because the director's, he's the captain of the ship, so he knows exactly what he wants. And then maybe you hear a song, you're inspired by the beats of a song. Then maybe you start playing something on the piano and instantly you feel that, oh wow, this tune is working really nicely. And sometimes all the boxes are ticked. So you feel that, okay, director's happy with it. The beats are good. The melody is beautiful. The lyrics are sitting really well. So it becomes a song. There's a bit of every little thing in it. It's a very inclusive process of film music is a very inclusive process. Director's vision, lyricists, his contribution, this arranger, the guy who arranges the music, his contribution, everyone's contribution.
What is the plan for the next 25, 30, 50 years?
So I want to start a dog shelter, which I'm working very hard on. Hopefully it'll happen. Then I want to make Garud music even more bigger and truer and honest. And then I want the school, Shekar Ravjiani School of Music, to kind of even become bigger, better, launch more artists, more singers, a new path for all the new talent. So I want to just keep on creating that. Give back to the society.
Are we going to see you act more?
I don't know. Every year I get offered at least 3 to 4 series, but unfortunately, they all want to shoot agle mahine, next month. So that I can't do. But if something really concrete comes in, I would love to.
Beautiful. We want to see you after Nirja. We want to see you more.
Yes, I will.
Screen.
Yes, I'll do my best.
Tell me, you're composing a project. It's not getting the love that it truly deserves. What is the next step, or what is that particular motivation that keeps you, keeps your creative spirits high for your next project, if that particular project did not receive the love it truly deserves?
You have to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a relationship. You move on.
Moving on.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. You kind of, but pour the same or more kind of love in the next one. Don't think about results. Just keep on. Give it your love. Give it your best. If it has to, pass the test, it'll pass the test.
And I also know that your father is an amazing musician.
Yeah, he is.
He played the accordion.
He plays the accordion, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How has he inspired you in your musical journey?
He was a very strict father. He still is a very strict father. But I think because of his discipline, the way he was kind of, I think a lot of me has got better because of his kind of, where all my friends used to go and party, and I used to sit at home practicing. And that has actually, back then I thought he was a very mean father, but today I thank him for all that important moment of my life was when I was kind of growing up. He actually made me sit and get the basics right. Gratitude.
What is the most important quality you think a musician should definitely have?
We always see that, and I personally feel that, through art, we kind of figure out what that person is. Any artist, right? Singer, composer, this one. So for some reason, I can tell what the nature of that person is.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think being a simple human being, your love for music, your love for the craft is shown in when your material comes out. You kind of, the purity of that thing. And I feel a person should be absolutely pure. That's the quality one should have. Purity as a human being. Good karma. Wishing well for others. Like pushing someone else to kind of do better. Helping people. I think all these things will kind of really come out in your art form in some way or the other. Goodness is important.
Wishing you the best of career, the best of music, the best of health, and all that you want to do.
Thank you.
All the very best, sir.
This is one of my favorite interviews today.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you so
very
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sri Venkateshwaraa College of Engineering and Technology. Admissions open for B.Tech and MBA 2025.
Mad Rabbit, India's finest audio wearable brand, starting at 999.
Noise and Grinds, Sasta Production presents Rock on Harris live in concert Coimbatore. Book your tickets on District app or scan the QR code below.